Hey everybody, I'm Flash, and welcome back to a brand new video. Pokken Tournament was probably one of my favorite games to be released at the end of the Wii U's lifetime, but I feel like it was a little underplayed because of that. As such, having a port or sequel on the Switch seems reasonable as the original never really had a chance to shine. Now, since Pokken Tournament DX is confirmed for the Switch, it looks like we'll be getting a lot more stages, support Pokemon, and more importantly, champions. The footage revealed shows off some new Pokemon like the Decidueye, who I can't wait to main, but obviously there's going to be a bit more, so I thought I would count down my personal top 10 Pokemon that should be in Pokken Tournament DX. The only rule for this list is no alternate forms, because there are way too many for me to even count. And as with all this, know that this is my personal opinion, so if you disagree or thought of some more ideas, I'd love to hear what you all think in the comment section below. And I know you hate it when YouTubers do this, and so do I, but with YouTube's algorithm change, I figure it helps to ask that if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like down below or share the video with a friend, as it really helps the channel grow. Anyways, why don't we get started? Number 10. Greninja. Yes, Greninja is already in Smash, but I don't think that should keep him out of the spotlight here. Greninja is a pretty fast-paced character, and he has both ranged and melee attacks, but more so, he's one that has a lot of synergy potential. If you're not familiar, synergy is a system in Pokken Tournament that allows a Pokemon to Mega Evolve or gain a temporary power boost by connecting with their trainers. The reason I think why this would work so well is because of Ash Greninja. In the anime, when Ash connected with his Greninja almost fused with him and gained an incredible boost in speed and power, and it just looked really cool overall. Not only is this literally the exact same system in Pokken, but I think it would be a nice touch if they made Greninja's synergy form look however you dressed your trainer. Overall, I think it would just be a fun character and work well with the systems that Pokken already has. Number 9. Gallade. Sometimes I ask myself, how can Pokken Tournament include Gardevoir but not Gallade? Gallade's Swords for Arms and his whole knight aesthetic is a neat idea for the game. I just remember fighting against him in Pokemon Rangers 2 and thinking how horrifying it would be to have something like this run up on you in real life. And I think just having him in a fighting game would replicate that feeling for a lot of players. His sharp swipes and his wide variety of moves could make for a very interesting character. Number 8. Incineroar. As with the last one, after looking at the reveal trailer and seeing the Decidueye, which is fine and all, I wondered if you're gonna add a starter from Alola, then why not add the one that is literally a wrestler? By the way, I'm completely aware that this is to add a variety of playstyles, but still, Incineroar is a great pick in my opinion for Pokken Tournament because of the type of slow, calculated bruiser gameplay I think he can offer. And let's not forget his Z Crystal, which I think we all want to finish off a Mewtwo with Malicious Moon Assault in 60 frames per second HD. All jokes aside, Incineroar could add a much needed slower but tankier playstyle for the game, and he's also kind of meant for it. Number 7. Trapinch. As a support Pokemon, this little dude could wreak havoc in late game. That's right. Behind this adorable little face is a satanic monster that wants to eat you. All jokes aside, Trapinch could be a viable support Pokemon because of him being able to bite and potentially slow or stop a Pokemon. In a late game, it would be very useful in breaking out of a never-ending combo by having this guy leap out of nowhere and just kinda chomp on your opponent's leg for a second or two, imposing a stun, thus breaking their chain. If implemented correctly, it could be super useful and a lifesaver in the late game. Number 6. Gyarados. If any of you know me personally, you know I love League of Legends, and for some reason Gyarados reminds me of Aurelion Sol. I just imagine a floating Gyarados with 3 bubbles around him being an incredibly range-based character. Of course I don't mean using Hydro Cannon across the map, but being able to use ranged water moves up close if that makes any sense at all. He could close gaps with Surf or use Ice Fang to do quick damage to opponents that has a chance to slow. Also, his Mega Evolution would be a terrifying land shark in battles, and I think all of us can agree that this thing is the one to do it. Number 5. Swampert. Mudkip is my favorite starter out of the Hoenn ones because Mudkip. And his evolution, Swampert, looks the coolest out of them, personally speaking. But Swampert was never included in the roster for Pokken, even though the other 2 Hoenn starters were. Because of this, they're missing out. Swampert reminds me of a sumo-type champion that could dish out slow but heavy damage if comboed correctly. Not to mention, his Mega Evolution is perfect for this type of fighting game. Seriously, look at this thing. While others prefer the humanoid designs of Blaziken and Sceptile, I will gladly take this giant blue frog thing any day. Number 4. Gliscor. Imagine a fast Pokemon with insane arrows, and what do you get? If for me, you choose Gliscor. Gliscor is my go-to for this because of how, according to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, its flight is soundless, and the fangs do the rest. Not only could Gliscor be Pokémon's first aerial-based Pokemon, but it's not even that it relies on them either. Gliscor's attacks primarily consist of dark and bug-type moves, so being able to play as a more floaty character that can dish out fast attacks like X-Scissor and possibly even fly behind the opponent with U-Turn could make for a very fast and fun playstyle. Number 3. Genesect. When it comes to Pokemon, Unova never really gets any love. This is especially in the case in Pokken, having only one playable Pokemon from the region. Genesect seems like he could fill the long-needed gap. Not only that, but he could bring a very interesting concept to the meta, and that type is Type Switch. Genesect is known for being able to switch types based off of what drive it holds, making it able to use a very wide array of moves. If you replace one of Genesect's base moves with a type of drive switch, kind of like Shulk and Smash, you get a really big moveset. Depending on when players change their movesets to fight a certain Pokemon, Genesect could become a kind of easy to learn but hard to master Pokemon. Number 2. Hitmonlee, Chan, or Top. Seeing as Pokken Tournament is a fighting game, the fact that not even one of these guys were included blows my mind. But rather than go the generic route and say Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan should be included, instead I'll root for Hitmontop. Hitmontop is a Pokemon that fights upside down and spins around like a top. It's a fast fighting type Pokemon that heavily revolves around different types of kicks, so rolling your auto into a triple kick or a rolling kick would be one of the most satisfying combos ever. Overall, Hitmontop is just an all-around cool concept for a viable Pokemon. I wouldn't be that mad with the others, but I feel like Hitmontop is more innovative. The only problem I can see is the arbitrary fidget spinner memes that will follow. And number 1, Mehelico. Now I know what you're saying. Flash Cap, if you're gonna add an Ultra Beast, why not make it Buzzwole? Well, I was actually debating whether or not this place should go to either of them, and I really wanted only one Ultra Beast in this list, so Buzzwole gets an honorary 1.5 placement. But there's a couple reasons why I think Mehelico takes the cake. Firstly, Mehelico is the only rock and poison type combination in Pokemon, making it a pretty unique concept. But I think what makes it even cooler is its moveset. Combining an attack like Power Gem with a move like Acid Spray into a Venoshock could make it a very combo-heavy Pokemon, as Venoshock could be used to dish out heavy damage when comboed with 3 or 4 previous poison attacks. Not only that, but Mehelico's Beast Boost could be a synergy boost, seeing as it heavily buffs it in the game. And to top everything off, Mehelico could just drop the opponent into an Ultra Wormhole as a finisher, which would be pretty cool. It wouldn't make any sense in the canon, but if it makes for a cool mechanic, does it really have to? Mehelico is just a really cool concept overall, not only because it's an Ultra Beast, but because of how it's something new, and I think that's what really gives it a load of potential. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like down below, as it really helps the channel out, and if you did think of anything different, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comment section below. If you want to stay in the loop with some of the things coming to this channel, as always, don't forget to smash that squishy red subscribe button for more. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be back in a flash. Mrrrh.